Hey Russell fam, in today's video we're going to do an unboxing and a flip through of my father's world. Be back in just a second. Hi, my name is Becky and welcome to our Russell's Loving Life YouTube channel. Here on this channel we talk about homeschooling, homemaking, and everything in between. I am a homeschooling mom of two and I have been homeschooling since 2012. We also have a blog which is russellslovinglife.com. Make sure to check that out. There, I give you tips and tricks and things that I have learned through my years of homeschooling. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that little bell notification down at the bottom. That just lets you know every time we upload a new video. And if you are a returning Russell fam, we are so glad you are back. If you're new to my channel, you may not know this, but I have been teaching my father's world for 8 years. Yes, you heard me right, 8 years. And I am currently going through the curriculums again with my youngest. So I started with my father's world kindergarten and we are all the way up to modern times or 1850 to modern times. And I am currently using the Adventures in U.S. History. So I'm going to turn this camera around, we're going to unbox it, and I'm going to do some flip throughs so you can see why I use my father's world. Okay, here is everything that comes with the Adventures in U.S. History. You get your teacher's guide, you get your student worksheets, and for Bible, you get this Discovery's Bible here. And for science, you get Science in the Kitchen, Science with Air, Birds, Nest, and Eggs, First Encyclopedia of Science, and the magnet set, which is so much fun. All right, for history, you get the red, white, and blue, the story of the American flag. You get the 4th of July story. You get the Thanksgiving story, North American Indians, Americans and Pioneers and Patriots, and then the story of the U.S. There is also a read-aloud curriculum that they have added to it, which is right here. You can get all these books when you buy the My Father's World curriculum. But like I said earlier, I just had to buy the worksheets because I already had everything for when Bailey was in 2nd grade. But I'm going to get all of these at my local library. All right, here is the Teacher's Manual to Adventures in U.S. History by My Father's World. And like I said, this is my 2nd time teaching this, so there's probably going to be lots of writing and things like that in there. You can see this is week 10, and I was teaching Bailey a curriculum here, and that's what we did with spelling. And then also he was doing Saxon level 2, and that's what these lessons are that we were doing here. So you're going to see a bunch of writing in here, but let me just show you what it looks like. Let's just go to week 6. Okay, so it's going to tell you right here for the Bible part, you're talking about Jesus, the bread of life. And it says see notes. Anytime it says see notes, you're going to flip over here to your 6-week notes. And then it tells you everything that you need to know and everything you need to say, read, and do here for that. And if you also notice down there, it's talking about the courage of Sarah Noble. That is talking about our history stuff. So here's the history with the patriotic songs. And then right here, the American history, it's telling us to go there. So what we're going to do is I'll just show you. We'll go to the American Pioneers and Patriots book, which is right here. and it's telling us to go to page 42 and 44. And this is what we are studying that day. And see, it's kind of telling a story. And we go over one more page, 44. And it has pretty pictures, painting in there. And what I typically do is, yes, I have a second grader that can read, but I typically do most of the reading, and then I'll ask questions after I read. So that is what we were doing that day in history. And there is a spelling in English that goes along with My Father's World that I used back when I did this with Bailey, but I'm currently not using those. Stay tuned to videos to see what I'll be using for that. And I use Saxon Math, and also I'll be showing you flip throughs and do a lessons with all of this that I use for second grade. But I just wanted to show you a flip through of My Father's World. So that was week 6. Let me jump through kind of here to the middle. Once we get to week 28, it's kind of the same thing. There's your Bible, your language arts, your history, the science, the music, the patriotic songs, your math, reading, and here are the extras down here. And the same every week. It tells you the materials that you're going to need, and it tells you notes for every day of the week. And then if you go to the back of My Father's World, there's some stuff in here to copy and cut out. Of course, I copied it because I knew I'd be using this curriculum again. But anyway, when you get back here to the back, which I'm trying to show you, it's recommended books for your book basket, and it's broken down by weeks. So if you're looking for extra books to add to your book basket, your morning basket, your afternoon basket, just extra read-alouds, it provides all of that for you. And here's week 2. So that is always very helpful. And let's see. Once you get back into, like here's some Thanksgiving that tells you books, extra ones to read. Week 14 is talking about states. So it just gives you lots and lots of great, wonderful resources. Can't talk because My Father's World is Charlotte Mason based, which is through Living Books. So as many books as you can get, that is what they are wanting and encouraging here. Okay, so that was the teacher's manual. So now let's go to the worksheets. Okay, because I am from Mississippi, I totally understand what is going on. And because I've taught this before, there is a sticker sheet back here that has all of the state flags. And we went through this last year with Bailey, but because I'm from Mississippi, I know our state flag changed when we got the stickers. It was blank for Mississippi. So they included it in here. So when I get to that, you'll just see that Mississippi's is blank, and I will just add this there. So what I typically do is I take all of the worksheets and I 3-hole punch it, and I put it in a 3-ring binder, which makes keeping all these sheets together and makes life so much easier. So that's just a helpful hint right there. So let's see. These are just your cover sheets. Here is your timeline. And when you're talking about things from your timeline, you're going to put them on a wall. I use a trifold board. And so every time you talk about them, you cut them out. You can let the kids color them if they want to. Becca tends to want to color more than Bailey did. I don't know if it's girl versus boy or whatever, but if your children want to color it, let them color it, and then tape it to the wall, tape it to a trifold board, whatever you're doing to make a complete timeline of the year that you're studying. So here are the timeline. All right, and here are the Bible verses or memory verses that you're going to be learning, which I like. They have them right here for you. But if you want to look at them at your Bible, that's perfectly fine. It comes with a Bible right here. And I'll show you real quick just some of the, there's lots of colorful pictures to go along with the stories in here. And it's big print, which is easier for your second graders or third graders to read. So this is the Bible that comes with your second or third grade curriculum because it can be used for second or third graders. All right, let's see. And here is the Pledge of Allegiance, which I have a big poster on that on my wall. And then a map of the United States. And every worksheet is going to be labeled with the week number and the day. So this is Tuesday. So on week 1, Tuesday, we're going to be using this as one of our worksheets. The world map is telling us week 1 on Wednesday. We'll be using this. And here is this. So on week 1, Thursday, they will be copying something. Typically, this is used for the Bible verse. I cannot remember that far back. Like I said, Bailey's going into 7th grade this year, so me going back 5 years to remember exactly, I don't. But typically, when it's like this, they're copying some wording from the My Father's World book or the Bible verse. And then we get into week 2 on Tuesday. So you get the gist of the worksheets. So let me just kind of, all right, and here it tells you, here's the Bible verse that you're working on for week 4. For week 6, so Tuesday, week 4, week 6, here we go. And then wording to America. And just some more copy sheets. Poor Richard's Almanac you're going to learn about. The Constitution. The Declaration of Independence, sorry. And just lots of coloring in here, writing. Just lots of fun, hands-on things to do. Okay, here is the flag sheet that I was telling you about. If you notice, Mississippi, no official flag. That's why this was included. All right, and then we get into our states. So every time you're studying a state, you will get this sheet. It will talk about the first state, and it'll go all the way in order of every state that it became a part of the United States. You're going to write the abbreviation for the state there. It's going to talk about the flower, the state bird. You're going to write the capital there, and then it shows them exactly where it is on the map. And so this is week 11 on Thursday. And then if you go to the back, it tells you the capital, the abbreviation, all information about the state. Then it tells you, did you know, some fun facts in there. And then it tells you the history of the state. And it does this on all 50 states for this year. Here again, here's another state sheet. So, let's see what else is back here. More state sheets, talking about Morse code. Oops. I just want to give you a thorough flip through of all of this because I know you can see sample sheets, but you don't get to see everything. Okay, and it also comes with these awesome flashcards that you get for every state. It talks about the state bird, the state flower, And so you can cut them out and do flashcards if you want to. I love how pretty and colorful they are. Oh, get out of order. All right, and then here is just a little cheat sheet to show you all of the state birds and flowers. So that is all of the worksheets. And like I said, it makes life so much easier just to put all of that in a 3-ring binder and punch the holes. All right, and so let's go continue with history. Okay, you've seen this book. Let me just kind of give you a quick flip through some more. And they're very fun. They're little short stories that the kids can relate to. There's questions back here at the end of each unit, so you can ask review questions. It's a pretty map. And then here, the table of contents. It shows you what each unit you'll be talking about and covering. All right, so then you have the story of the U.S. This is in My Father's World book. And it's just short little information that you'll be learning. It's black and white. So it'll keep the attention of your 2nd or 3rd grader. You can also use this for older kids. The curriculum is designed for you to be able to raise it up to, like if you're teaching 7th and 8th grader, or lower it if you're using it for a 2nd or 3rd grader. Just trying to get up to the front. So here is the table of contents of everything you'll be learning, along with the page numbers. All right, and then the North American Indians. Pretty colorful book. Stories, mostly pictures. So there's that one. All right, then we have the Thanksgiving story. There again, lots of pretty pictures. And with little ones, they love seeing pictures, big writing. If you want them to try to read it, help them go through it. Oop. So there we go, the Thanksgiving story. All right, and then we have the 4th of July story. There again, lots of pretty pictures. All right, and here is the Red, White, and Blue, Level 3. If you have a good reader, they can read this book. If not, then you can just read it to them. Lots of pretty pictures, colorful. Me, I would rather read a book with lots of pretty colors instead of just reading a plain black and white one. To me, they're more interesting and more fun, but that's just me. All right, and then we'll go to science. So we have the First Encyclopedia of Science. Lots of fun things in here. And typically when you're doing the science, it'll be the 2 pages that you read together. Out of this book, it won't be more than that at a time. See, there's weather on these 2 pages. And then you go over here to living things. So lots of bright, fun, pretty pictures. What happens to food. Lots of great information. And here is some science words if you want to work on spelling and vocabulary based on science. It is back here for you. All right, and here is science with air. Lots of experiments in here. Pretty pictures. Science in the kitchen. There's your table of contents. And then we have birds and nests. Here's the table of contents. So if you spot a bird out in your yard and want to know more about it, you can flip through it. But the curriculum does have information in here for you to go through. And it also comes with a little bird feeder part, but we used that with Bailey, and after 5 years, it's kind of had it. So there you go. That is all of the flip through.